We spend so much of our lives building relationships with our partners, our friends, our family, but there's this one profound, lifelong relationship that almost all of us completely overlook. And in this explainer, we're going to dive into how to finally get that one right.
Just think about it for a second. Seriously, who is the one person whose well-being is 100% dependent on the choices you are making right now, today? It's not a trick question, I promise.
And there she is, your future self. She is real, she is waiting for you, and she is going to inherit every single thing you do, and everything you don't do, starting at this very moment.
So here's the crucial question. How do we see this person? Is she just some stranger we can dump all our problems on, or is she us? For most of us, if we're being honest, it's kind of the first one. We have this really weird mental disconnect, right? We act like our future self is some other person, someone who's magically more capable, more disciplined, and can just clean up whatever mess we make today. We're basically just outsourcing our problems to her. For instance, we rack up financial burdens, kind of figuring, future me will probably have more money and can just deal with it then.
We leave the messy house, the disorganized closet, those thousands of unanswered emails, assuming she'll somehow have more time and energy to sort it all out.
We burn the candle at both ends, right? We sacrifice sleep, we sacrifice our health, we leave her with a total burnout, knowing deep down that she's the one who's going to have to pay the physical price for the choices we're making right now. And maybe the worst one of all, we leave her with the heavy, heavy weight of all the tough decisions we avoided and the wounds we never healed. So when we finally meet this future version of ourselves, she feels like a burden, because she's literally carrying everything we refuse to deal with. But this is the mental shift that changes absolutely everything. Your future self is not some stranger. She is you. She's simply the version of you who has lived through all the consequences of this exact moment.
So let's try thinking of her this way, not as a dumping ground, but as the person you're building. She can be wiser, stronger, more compassionate, precisely because of the journey you're on right now. Taking care of her isn't a chore. It is literally the ultimate act of self-care.
Okay, so how do we actually do it? How do we stop burdening this person and start, really caring for her? Well, it all comes down to 3 pretty simple but profound gifts we can start giving her today.
First up, the gift of health. Every workout, every good night's sleep, that's a direct investment in her physical well-being. Second, the gift of healing. Facing our emotional baggage now means she doesn't have to carry it later. And third, stability. Every dollar you save, every new skill you learn, it builds a life she can actually rest in, not one she's constantly trying to escape from. Now, that all sounds great in theory, but how do you apply it in the moment? When you're tired or you're tempted? There's an incredibly powerful tool for that. Just a single question you can ask yourself every single day. Think about it. You're at a crossroads. Do I order the takeout again, or do I cook a healthy meal? Do I procrastinate on this project, or just start it now? Do I have that difficult conversation or keep avoiding it? In that moment, you just ask this. This is it. This is the whole game. In those moments, you ask yourself, what does my future self want me to do? Because trust me, she always knows. She sees so much farther than your immediate impulses. And look, the answer isn't always about being super harsh on yourself. Check out the balance here. Sometimes your future self wants you to just rest because she needs you to avoid burnout. Other times, she actually wants you to take that big risk because she knows it's the only path to growth. She's not some demanding tyrant. She's your wisest advisor. When it comes right down to it, every time you ask and answer that question, you are casting a vote. You're choosing between one of 2 very different futures. You're deciding whether you're going to meet your future self with pride or with an apology. And you know what? That future arrives so much faster than you think. One moment you're here, maybe you're 23. You blink and you're 28. You take a breath and bam, you're 35, then 45. Time just keeps going, whether we're ready for it or not. The only question is, what kind of life we'll have built when we finally get there? These are the 2 conversations that are waiting for you. Down one path, you get to look your future self in the eye and say, I got you. I protected you. I made choices that honored you. But on the other path, you're left with an apology. I'm so sorry. I knew better, but I didn't do better. And now you have to pay the price. So here's what it all boils down to.
Treat your future self like someone you truly love and care about, because one day you will be her. And the goal, really, is to live in such a way, starting today, that when you finally meet her, all she has to whisper is, "Thank you."